unfamiliar names lead the charge over in Italy, well, of course, with AC Milan sitting in second and their nearest and dearest Internazionale still 100% and, of course, top of the table. But who will be there at the end of a double match week? We're going to take a little look. And next. That's right, folks. Back again with another prediction video today. We're taking a look at match number 6, of course, over in Italia. And we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new, where you been? Smash your subscribe button, bang out all things Serie Aand related, Blood and Rose related, world football related. We got it all here, boys. Under one roof. But of course, up there in those Champions League spots right here, right now, there is, of course, an unfamiliar name to us all. It is Lecce, that's right. We're up there in third. Oh my gosh, will they be there at the end of this match day? We'll take a little look at it, all of it, in a second. Of course, big shout out to the VIPs. You know who you are. That is, of course, the patrons, of course. But anyway, let's recap where we got off or last time alone then, shall we? Of course, I'm firing up the Super Brute in the background as we gear up for a reveal of all that. But these are the results right here, right now. My picks on the left-hand side, the real deal's on the right. I've not looked at this, so, and I'm already, no, okay, all right, there we go. So, Salernitana picking up a 1-0 win. That was my pick, 1-0 win. It was a draw in the end against Frosinone. Good result for them. They're doing all right, I think, in the table right now. Lecce, 1-0 win over Genoa. I went with a 2-1 win myself. AC Milan, 3-0 win was my pick over AS Roma. Just a 1-0 win. Just a 1-0 win. Maybe the surprise of the weekend was Sassuolo picking up a 4-2 win over Juventus. I went with a 3-1 win the other way. Of course, Lazio still really not going with the draw against Monza. I went with a 1-0 win myself. Inter with a 1-0 win over Empoli. I went with a 3-0 win. Atalanta 2-0 win over Cagliari. I went with a 3-0 win myself. Fiorentina 2-0 away win. I went with a draw. Napoli could only muster a draw against Bologna. That's a shocker there. And as Mourinho's boys could only pick up a point against Torino, I went the other way. So not looking good for me in the Super Brute already when I think about that. But what about you guys? We'll take a look at yours in a second. This, of course, is the situation in the table right here, right now. And as you can see, Internazionale are 5 for 5, 3 points clear of AC Milan, who are just a 1 point clear of Lecce, and Juventus making it the Champions League spots. Of course, going down, Udinese, Cagliari, and Empoli. Of course, the Roma teams really need to get going because they are struggling, and the champions are just in 7th right now. Also, having a bit of a nightmare. Of course, we have got the Super Brute. It is free, 100%. I think that's the crappy old link there. Alrighty then, so here are those round results. So it's round 5. Of course, Vinny Hong with 20 points this past week. I made a big mover for him in the overall leaderboard. We'll look at that shortly. James PCFC is up there with 17. Bengal's Guru up there as well. The Beast, Jimmy Watton, of course, Vindaloo Victory. All good scores this week. And then we trickle down the table to where I am. And I'm down there with a miserable 5, which I don't know. Why am I doing so bad? I thought I was doing it all right. That's the situation there. That's, of course, this past weekend. The games are going to change dramatically, of course, this weekend as well with the double match week. So a good chance for us all to catch up with 37. He's got 57.5. He's a non-mover. The Beast, though, is up 1 spot to number 2. Costas K is down. Bengals Guru's up 7 spots to 4 with Vinny Hong up 13 to number 5. But it is a marathon, not a sprint. Raymond Merton up 10 spots to 12. Well done to him. As for me, I don't even know where I am. Where am I? Does it tell me where I am? Do I have to find myself? There I am in 24th spot. It's not great. It's not great. It's definitely not great. But anyway, that's enough about that shandiggle-doo-doos. Let's, of course, get ready for the next one, which, of course, do come thick and fast. So let's get into it. So here I am. Let's get into it, of course. Take a look at those next games, which are, of course, coming at you from around about Tuesday, the 26th of September, all the way through Thursday, 28th. And then, of course, the games come flip around again, and then we go again for the weekend. So here we go. Let's start with Cagliari, AC Milan. Of course, that's on Wednesday, 27th of September. Played each other 46 times, these two sides, since 1993. We've got 3 wins for Cagliari, 31 wins for Milan. We've got 12 draws as well. Cagliari's biggest win was a 2-1 win. They've scored 33 goals in the 46 games. That's a 0.72 goals a game ratio. The visitors, AC Milan, they scored, biggest win for them was a 4-1 win, scoring 80 goals in those 46 games, 1.74 goals a game ratio. They're on 75% form right now, AC Milan. That's just 1 defeat at the past 6. They are in second with 12 points on the board, up against Ranieri and, of course, Cagliari, who are 19th with just 2 points and a 33% form for them without a win in 5. Last time around, though, over at the Unipol Domus, it was a 1-0 win for AC Milan, who are unbeaten against Cagliari over the last 6, if not more. more than that. The odds for this Cagliari, we have 5-1 is your Cagliari, or 16-5 is the draw, and 20-11 on is your AC Milan. They should win this one on the road, of course, and maintain a push for the top spot heading into the weekend. Let's go Empoli up against Salernitana. That's, of course, coming also on Wednesday, the 27th of September. Played each other 24 times since 1998. We've got 11 wins for Empoli, 6 for Salernitana, and 7 draws at the moment. The hosts, biggest win for them over the visitors, 5-0 win, scoring 43 goals in those 24 games, 1.79 goals a game ratio. The visitors, their highest win was a 3-0 win, scored just 28 goals in the 24 games, 1.17 goals a game ratio. They come into this, though, with 42% form, without a win in 5, in 17th spot with 3 points on the board. The hosts, though, 0% form, haven't won the last 6 games, 20th in the table, that's rock bottom, and without a point all season. At last time around, though, the Careo Castigliani, it was a 2-1 win for Empoli, who are unbeaten against Salernitana over the last 4. In fact, just 1 defeat against them over the last 6. They do like playing them, and of course, they would love to get a result this coming weekend, or midweek, should we say. 13-10 is your Empoli, 23-10 is the draw, 11-5 is your away win. I am going with a draw here, which of course doesn't give Empoli much to get excited about, but a point in the bag none the same. Meanwhile, Frosinone against Fiorentina in the Battle of the Fs. That's on a Thursday night, or Thursday day, 28th of September. Played each other 4 times in 2015, a win apiece, and a couple of draws. Frosinone, though, their biggest win, their only win was a 1-0 win, scoring 3 goals in those 4 games, which works out around 0.75 goals a game ratio. Up against Fiorentina, their biggest win was a 4-1 win. They scored 5 goals against them, which is 1.25 goals a game ratio. The visitors are on 67% form, just 1 defeat past 6. They're in 5th with 10 points on the board. The Frosinone, they are, of course, not too shabby as well. 67% form for them. Haven't lost the last 4 matches. Just 1 defeat past 6, 8th in the table, and 8 points on the board as well. Last round at Frosinone, it was a 1-1 draw back in November 2018. Frosinone have not lost to Fiorentina at home since at least 2015, of course. The odds for this Badger here, we've got, what we got going on here? We've got 11-4 is Frosinone, 13-5 is the draw, 29-19 on. I'm going to go, whoa, that's meant to be a, what is that meant to be? That's not meant to be a 1-8. It's not meant to be a 1-8. I'm probably going to go with a draw, if not a 2-1 win for Fiorentina. So let's get the big fat marker out on this one. That's a little bit of a surprise. What are you doing there? It's a 2. A 2. All right, there's a 2 in there. It should be there on my final picks. We'll classify that. Going to go with a away win, I think, on that one. Next, of course, we have Genoa up against Roma. That's right. That's also coming at you on Thursday, the 20th of September. Then these two sides have played each other 35 times since 1993. We've got 7 wins for Genoa. We've got 23 wins for Roma, and we've got 5 draws, of course. The hosts, their biggest win was a 3-1 win, scored 37 goals in the 35 games. That's 1.06 goals a game ratio. Roma, though, on the flip side, their biggest win over Genoa was a 4-0 win, 67 goals scored in 35 games. That's 1.91 goals a game. They're on 50% form right now. That's 1-2 lost to and drawn to. However, unbeaten in the last 3. 30 for the table with just 5 points on the board. Genoa, you know what I mean? Just 1 win of 5 for them, 42% form for them. They're 15th with 4 points on the board at the moment. Last time around at the Luigi Ferraris, it was a 0-0 draw back in February 2022. Roma are unbeaten against them over the last 6, picking up 5 wins and a couple of draws. I haven't conceded a goal against them in the last 4 either. So that's pretty good stat there, of course. Coming at you right here, right now, the odds 14-5 is Genoa, 9-4 is the draw, 11-10 is your away win. Surely I've got the pick in this one. 2-0 win. Yeah, I'm sticking with that, and I'm happy with it. Let's get it in the bank. Next up, of course, we have Verona against Atalanta. That's coming at you. Oh dear, that's coming at you on Wednesday the 27th. Now, these two sides have played each other 28 times since 1997. We've got 10 wins for Verona, 14 wins for Atalanta, and we've got 4 draws. Of course, the hosts, 2-0 win was their biggest, scoring 31 goals in the 28 games, 1.11 goals a game ratio. Atalanta, though, their biggest win, 5-0 win, scoring 42 goals in 28 matches, 1.50 goals a game ratio. 67% form for Atalanta at the moment. They're winning 3 of the last 4, 4 of the last 6, 6th in the table with 9 points on the board, of course. But the hosts, they're on 58% form without a win in 3, 10th of the table, and 7 points on the board right now. Last time around, over at the Stadio Marcanio Bertagoldi, it was a 1-0 win for Atalanta, who, of course, just lost once over the last 5 against Verona. Of course, let's take a look at the odds for this one heading into kickoff. 7-2 is your host, 14-5 is draw, 4-3 on is your away win here. The bookies are back in Atlanta, so am I. 2-1 win for them on the road. Internazionale up against Sassuolo. Of course, these two sides have played each other 21 times since 2013. 11 wins for Inter, 8 wins for Sassuolo, and we've got 2 draws. Of course, biggest win for Inter, 7-0 win, scoring 41 goals in the 21 games, 1.95 goals a game ratio. The visitors, their biggest win over Inter was a 2-0 win, scoring 26 goals goals in those 21 matches, 1.24 goals a game. Of course, heading into this, 33% form for Sassuolo, just 2 wins at the last 6. They do come into this on the back of a victory over Juventus, of course, 12th in the table, 6 points on the board. However, top of the table, it is Inter. They are, of course, top, 100% success rate so far, winning 5 of the last 6, though, of course, so 92% form. That little blip must have been in the Champions League this past week. Of course, last time around over at the Giuseppe Meazza, it was a 4-2 win for Internazionale. That was back in May 2023. The odds for this coming at you right here, and now we're 3-1 on as your Inter got 92 is draw, and 7-1 is your away win here. We are going Inter. We're going good as well. 3-0 win for them over the visitors on this. Then we have Juventus up against Lecce, high-flying Lecce. Of course, that's actually on Tuesday, of course, the only game. All eyes on this. Lecce 28 times since 1993. We've got 18 wins for Juventus. We've got 3 wins for Lecce. And we've got 7 draws, of course. The biggest win for Juventus, 4-0 win. Scoring 60 goals in 28 games. That's 2.14 goals a game ratio. Lecce, though, on the flip side, their biggest win, 2-0 win, scoring 24 goals in 28 matches, 0.86 goals a game. Lecce, though, 83% form for them right now. They're red hot. They're just third in the table with 11 points on the board. Up against Juventus, though, who, of course, 67% form for them, just 1 defeat in the last 6. That was last time around, 4th in the table with 10 points on the board. A draw would keep Lecce above Juventus in the table. Of course, last time around, though, over at the Allianz Arena, it was a 2-1 win for Juventus. That was back in May 2023. Of course, they're unbeaten over the last 6. Are Juventus. Of course, they are favoured here. 50-8 on for the victory, 3-1 draw, and 11-2 is your way win. I'm going big as well on here. 3-0 win. Unfortunately, Lecce will take an L on this one. Next up, we have Lazio against Torino. That's right. That's coming at you on Wednesday. Wednesday, the 27th of September at the Stadio Olimpico. Played each other 43 times since 1993. We've got 18 wins for Lazio, got 9 wins for Torino. We've got 16 draws. The biggest win for Lazio. 4-0 win, scoring 68 goals in those 43 matches. 1.58 goals a game ratio. Torino, though, 3-0 win, their biggest, 44 goals scored in 43 games, 1.02 goals a game. Torino, though, just 1 defeat past 6, 67% form for them. Heading into this, not too shabby, 9th for the table with 8 points on the board. Up against Lazio, 1 win in 6 games, of course, 1 defeat past 4 if you want to look at it a different way. They are 33% form for them, 60 for the table with just 4 points on the board. Last time around over in Roma, it was 1 win for Torino, who are unbeaten against Lazio over the last 5. However, 4 of the last 6 have ended up as draws. So pretty even Stevens these two sides have been in. 23-20 is your host here, 9-4 is your draw, and 5-2 is your away win. We are, somehow it's going to click. It's sorry, ball, 2-0 win in the end for me, for Lazio on this one. Then we have Monza up against Bologna. That's coming at you on, where the heck is this game there? Monza up against Bologna. I am blind as blind. There it is on Thursday, the 20th of September. Now, these two sides played each other just twice since 2022. Of course, we win a piece. Of course, the biggest win, the only win for Monza was a 1-0 win. They've scored 2 goals, though, in those 2 games, which works out around a goal a game. Up against Bologna, managed by Thiago Motta. Of course, just the 1 win for them. That was a 2-1 win. And they've only scored 2 goals against Monza over the last 2 games, which again works out a goal a game. 58% form for Bologna right now, just 1 defeat the past 6. However, 3 draws the last 4. They are in 11th with 6 points on the board. Up against Monza, we're in 14th with 5 points on the board. Of course, just 1 win in the last 6 games. Coming at you, though, last time around over at Monza, a.k.a. the Stadio Briatano, was a 2-1 win for Bologna back in October 2022. The odds coming at you for this one with 11-8 for your host here, 23-10 is the draw, 2-1 is your away win here. Well, of course, got to go with a draw. It is a tight one. And, of course, points are going to be split right down the middle. And then I think this could be the final one here, Napoli up against Udinese. That's right. That's coming at you on Wednesday, the 27th of September. Played each other 43 times since 1993. We've got 18 wins for Lazio, got 9 wins for Torino. What am I doing here? I'm in the wrong one. I'm in the wrong trousers. I'm at Napoli up against Udinese. They played each other 44 times. 22 wins for Napoli. We've got 9 wins for Udinese. We've got 13 draws, of course. Biggest win for the champions was a 5-0 win, scored 85 goals in 44 games, 1.93 goals a game ratio. Up against Udinese, their biggest win was a 3-1 win, scoring 58 goals in the 48 games, 1.32 goals a game ratio. There's goals in this game, of course. 42% form for Udinese right now without a win in 5. They are 83, just 3 points on the board. Of course, Napoli just 1 defeat past 6. 67% form for them. 7th in the table with 8 points on the board as well. Last time round over at the Stadio Diego Maradona Stadium was a 3-2 win for Napoli. That's back in November 2022. The odds for this one, 11-4 is your hosts, 4-1 draw, 50-2 is your away win here. We are back in the hosts, 3-1 win. taking the points, and away we go. That's, of course, my picks right here right now. Of course, that's the dubious one with Fiorentina. I went with a 2-1 win, as you can see on the full-time graphic. Not an 8-1 win. Not an 8-1 win. That's just silly. That's just bonkers, unless you're Sheffield United. Of course, this is, of course, the link. Get involved. It's 100% free. And if I'm right, this is what the table will look like at the end of it. Of course, Internazionale, 18 points on the board. Milan, Juventus, and Fiorentina going down. Udinese, Cagliari, and Empoli at the moment. Of course, Lecce taking a tumble all the way down into 7th. That's it, guys. Of course, double match week will be back Thursday, maybe Friday, with the next round of games. Of course, they are thick and fast right now this week. But until then, subscribe, thumbs up, hit the little bell. Of course, I'll see you later for the next one.